Last week Thursday, which was the 8th of July, I had posted a WhatsApp status that says, I don't ever want to become a burden to my children. And this is something common among Bahamian parents. Bahamian parents tend to mess up their financial credit and wait for their children, or when their children start working, they want their child or children to go to the bank for them and take out a loan, not thinking about their children's future on what they may want to do when they go to the bank for a loan. I have an example because this was done to me. I started BTC in 2001 as a temporary employee, and I became permanent in April of 2004. My dad, who is currently deceased, he had asked me if I was permanent yet, and I was like, I said yes, I'm permanent, and not knowing the intentions he had for my funds. However, he asked me to go with him to Sunshine Finance to co-sign some documents with him, so him and his wife will be able to get their down payment for their home. Me being young, me never not knowing what I was getting myself into, I gone and signed. So, but I did ask if any funds will be coming out of my salary. However, he said no. 3 months passed. Another month passed after that. So it's like almost 4 months. I received a salary deduction slip from the HR department. And I saw how much money was coming out of my salary. So I went upstairs and I went to the lady and I asked her, I said, what is this for? I say, I don't recall signing anything to be deducted out of my salary. So when she pulled out the form, it was the form that I had signed at Sunshine Finance. She said, and this is your signature? And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, but I don't recall. So anyway, I got on the phone, I called Sunshine Finance or whatever, and I asked about it, and then they remind me that I was there with my dad and his wife when I signed the form. Listen to me. I had on some black eyeliner. Where I broke down and cried so much, my eyes looked like I had a black eye. When I tell you I was so hurt, I was really, really hurt that my dad did that to me. Like I said, I was young. I was probably 20 years old when that happened. So I called him and I said, Daddy, I said, do you know that they're taking monies out of my salary for the situation when we went to Sunshine Finance? So he's like, oh, no, I've been making payments. I said, I called a gentleman, and the gentleman told me that you haven't been making no payments, therefore they had to start taking the funds out of my salary. This was in 2004. I haven't, those payments stopped in 2011. From 2004 now to 2011. I was carrying home $209 every 2 weeks out of my salary from what I was originally making. I could have barely lived. I couldn't do anything for myself what I really wanted to do for myself. I was heartbroken and I was hurt. I even grew hatred in my heart for my dad because I thought he would have had my best interest at heart, not knowing that he would have done that to me. But anyway, I even put my dad in court. I put him in court, and even that didn't work out because he was only putting $50 to the court every so often. So it was still like I wasn't getting anything. So when we went back to court at one certain point, the judge was like, Miss Sands, what do you want to do? He said, we could send your daddy to prison for 3 months, or you have to just keep coming back to the court for $50 whenever he gets a chance to pay it. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I didn't send my dad to jail, you understand? Because I still had a heart, whereas he was still my father, even though I had a bill of hatred in my heart towards him. But after I rededicated my life in 2016, I went to my daddy and I said, you know what, I say, I forgive you, I forgive you for what you had done to me. Because even after the loan had stopped in 2011, I still wasn't really talking to him like that. And he died March 2016. So I was glad to get it off of my chest before he had passed away. I didn't want to keep holding that remorse against him. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get at, as parents, we need to stop depending on our children to foot our financial bills on what we put ourselves in. It's not fair to them. Don't do it. Because they also have future goals and plans on what they want to do for when they start working. You understand? So that's my encouragement today. Do not be a burden to your children.